This is Lisa from lisaandthebeanstalk.com. In this episode, I'm going to harvest some peppers and show you how to make a simple, healthy stir fry using vegetables from the garden. I'm also growing peppers in this part of my garden near my corn. So I'm just going to harvest a few red peppers and then I'm going to go back indoors. We're going to add in some salt and pepper. And again, we're just sauteing the onions and the peppers. And we're going to let that break down a little bit. Meanwhile, we're going to put on a pot of rice. About 2 cups of rice. And we're just going to let it boil until it's ready. So now that our onions and peppers are ready to go, I'm just going to set them aside and put them in a bowl. Now I'm going to chop up my chicken breasts. I'm going to cut them into 2-inch cubes, and then I'm going to put them in the pan that I took out the onions and the pepper so that they can absorb some of that flavor. My chicken breast is in the pan. Now I'm just going to add very little salt and pepper to the chicken, and I'm going to let it brown. Okay, the meat is brown. And now I'm just going to add in my favorite veggies. In this case, I'm just going to add in, I have some string beans, and I pretty much like that. You can add in bok choy, you could do corn, and I'm going to add in the rest of my onions and peppers. You can add more or less depending on your taste. But for me, again, I just love string beans, so I'm just going to have string beans with peppers and onions into my chicken. Alright, I'm pretty much going to put a top on this pan, and I'm going to let the heat finish cooking the string beans, because string beans do not take long to cook. I kind of want mine to have a little bit of a crunch. So I'm only going to keep them on maybe for about 3 to 5 minutes or so, depending on the texture. And when everything is complete, I'm going to add in very little bit of sauce. My stir fry is pretty much done, but I'm going to leave it on for another 2 minutes, because now I'm just going to add in, I have a orange and ginger marinade, and it's just something store-bought. You can make your own from scratch, but for the sake of time I'm not. And I'm only going to drizzle about 2 tablespoons, and that's it. I don't want to have the unnecessary sodium, so I'm only going to add in 2 tablespoons of the sauce. And it's just to give it a little extra kick in your flavor, if that's what you want to do. Or you could have simply left it as is and added it to your rice. So I'm going to let this cook now again for about another 2 minutes, and then I'm going to add it to the rice, and I'll show you what it looks like on the plate. Alright, so my rice is done, and I'm just going to take a little bit on a spoon. I'm going to add it to my plate. Alright, now I'm going to come over here into my chicken stir fry, and I'm just going to get a little bit on the spoon. I'm going to add a little bit on my plate. And if you want, you can add a little bit of the sauce and drizzle it over your rice, like that. So my meal is done, it is complete, and I am ready to taste and see what it's like. At first I'm just going to taste the rice with the onions. It tastes very good. In fact, the sauce gives it just a little bit, a kick of flavor. It really does. I'm going to taste some chicken. Chicken is so soft. It just melts in your mouth. I wish you could taste this, seriously. Okay, and now for the string beans. String beans, they're very juicy. They still have just a slight crunch to it, and you can see that they're not limp, like they've been overcooked. They still have a lot of water content within the string bean itself, and it's really a good, quick, easy meal. It might have taken maybe 20-25 minutes to prepare, and I was able to use fresh veggies from the garden, which also makes it just a very good treat. So thanks for watching. This is Lisa from LisaandtheBeanstalk.com.